Hello everyone, I'm so excited to tell you about storyline of the novel that I read under the title The Doomsday Conspiracy by Sidney Sheldon. It's a super fun book full of spies, secret, aliens, and non-stop of action. It's mixed adventure, mystery, and a bit of science fiction with the big themes like a power, betrayal, and saving the world. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Muhamad Irgi Sadam as an English education student. So, let's discuss the book. The story is about a Commander Robert Bellamy, a super smart and a brave Navy spy. He's great at his job, but sad because his wife Susan left him. In chapter 1, Robert got a phone call at 4 a.m. from his boss General Hilliard at the National Security Agency in Fort Meade. Hilliard said, "Come a secret meeting at 6 a.m." At the meeting, Hilliard gave Robert a special job to find people who show a weather balloons crash in Switzerland. And then Robert thinks it's an easy task, but actually this is the start of a huge dangerous adventure. And Robert traveled across a road to find these witnesses. And then first he goes to Switzerland and he met Hans Beckerman, a bus driver. Beckerman say, "That wasn't a balloon, it was a UFO with a dead alien inside." And then Robert is shocked, but keeps going. He visits cities like Bern, London, and Rome, meeting people like Father Patrini, a priest, and Leslie Mothers as a photographer. And there also the UFO. But something scary happens. Every witnesses Robert finds gets killed. Some are poisoned, and some are shot, and others die in accident. And Robert knows something wrong. Someone powerful is killing those people to hide the UFO secret, and he's starting to feel threatened by his bosses. Things get even wilder. Robert goes to more places like Munich, Budapest, and even Washington and Kiev, and he met witnesses like Otto, a scientist, and Olga, a Russian woman, and they tell him more about the UFO. But soon after that, they murdered too, and Robert learned about a secret group called Operation Doomsday, led by a mysterious person named Janus, and this group is killing witnesses to keep the UFO a secret. And then aliens warn that Earth is in danger because we are polluting it too much, and Robert's job is no longer just finding people. It's about staying alive as a spy, and police chase him everywhere. And Robert is running for his life. He's super clever, using a trick to escape, like buying fake ticket to confuse his trackers. And he calls Susan, his ex-wife, who now married with a Monte Banks, a rich guy with a huge yacht. And Susan still loves Robert and say, "Hide on my yacht, it's safe." And Robert feels mixed up because he still loves Susan, but he knows involving her is dangerous. He also learned that alien message is so serious. If we don't stop polluting Earth, we'll face floods and disaster. Robert starts to wonder why his bosses want to hide this truth, and Robert hide in crown and pretend to be a tourist to avoid spies. In Italy, he met Pierre, a young woman who helped him get to Naples, but Pierre wanted money and tried to tell the police where Robert is for a $50,000 reward, and Robert stays at the Pierre family's farmhouse, where her mom is kind, but her brother Carlo is mean, and plans to sell Robert out to a gang called Diavoli Rossi, and the police and a spy group named Sifar are tracking Robert's every move, even listening to his phone calls. Robert hears about an 11 witnesses, someone super important to the UFO mystery, but he doesn't know who it is yet. and Robert's escape gets crazier. In Naples, he planned to meet Susan's yacht at Elba, but Pierre's family and the police are close behind Pierre. Pierre feels bad and warned, and Robert with a secret signal he told her like a pulling down a window shade, and he escaped to Capri, where he tricked the police by acting rude and using his name, Commander Robert Bellamy, to buy ferry ticket and check into a hotel. This makes them think he's staying there, and then he sneaks to Sorrento and pays a truck driver named Giuseppe to drive him to Civitavecchia, but Giuseppe calls the police for a reward, and Robert offers him and jump out of the truck and staying one step ahead. In Civitavecchia, Robert sees a police watching the harbor, so he goes to a fairground and steals a hot air balloon to fly to Elba. He pretends it's an accident, shouting, "Help, I'm stuck while I'm flying away." He lands on Elba and meets Susan and Monte on the Helicon, and Susan looks worried, and Monte acts strange, and Monte tells the police Robert left on a fishing boat, which lets Robert escape too. And Marcellus, where he steals a car to drive to Paris. In Paris, he calls his friend Lippo, who tells him the truth about Operation Doomsday. A powerful people from 12 countries are fighting aliens who want us to stop polluting. But then Lee pulls a gun to kill Robert, and they fight, and Lee accidentally dies when he falls on broken glass, and Robert shot in the shoulder, is in pain but goes to a doctor named Helsinger. He talks up Helsinger to stop him from calling the police. That night, Robert dreamed of a beautiful alien woman in white, the 11 witnesses who need his help. There is a quick side of story about the alien woman, and she's dying on the park bench, too weak to move. Rain falls and it makes her strong again. She used a small device to call her alien friend, showing he's a part of the UFO mystery Robert's kissing. And Robert planned on the big trip. He calls Admiral Whittaker, his old mentor, and says, "Get General Hilliard and Janice to meet me in Switzerland. I know where the 11 witnesses is." Whittaker arranges a car and a police escort to get Robert to Zurich safely, and Robert leaves a note for Hilliard at the Dolder Grand Hotel and drives to Aderdorf, where the UFO crashed. There, he met the alien woman who looks just like in his dream. He gave her a crystal to call her spaceship. A helicopter lands, and Susan steps out, followed by Monte, Hilliard, and Colonel Johnson. And then, the biggest shock, Whittaker is Janice, the evil leader of Operation Doomsday. Whittaker admits he broke Robert's marriage to control him and killed witnesses to stop panic about aliens. The aliens woman show everyone a vision of Earth's future. Flood, drought, and wars. Deadlands if we keep polluting. And Whittaker doesn't care, but Colonel Johnson surprised everyone by pulling a gun on him, saying, "I'm not with you. I've been protecting Robert. The conspiracy is falling apart." And Johnson say the bad guys are being arrested, and the alien woman takes Whittaker, Hilliard, and Monte onto her huge mothership, and saying they'll come back when they learn about the Earth. And she tells Robert tell people to stop killing the planet. And then the spaceship fly away, and Robert, holding Susan, promise to spread the message. So this is the end of the story of the Doomsday Conspiracy by Sidney Sheldon. Thank you for listening. This book is a crazy adventure with a big ideas but trust and saving our planet. If you have a question or want to talk about the story, let me know and write in the comment section. Bye bye.